Yeah. You know what it is? That Victory Talk podcast. Where we talk about victory, and it's where you listen about victory. About to go down. We got a crazy episode today. We're going to show you how to build your money, your muscle, and mindset just in time for the summer. All right, let's get it started. Yeah. You know what it is. It's another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, BBC King Keto, the king of ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus. And I'm here. I'm not alone. I'm here with the best producer in the game. You know what I'm saying? Podcast producer extraordinaire.
Thank
the homie Nima straight out of Iran. You know what it is.
Super excited.
Middle East.
Sand Asia.
You know what I'm saying? Sand Asia, man. Motherfuckers don't even know that it's on the Asian continent. You ain't even know that, man. That's what it is, man. On Victory Talk, we learn shit. We learn shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. And I'm also, if that weren't enough, I'm also joined by Minovia. She gonna be running the super chats. She gonna be kicking out the haters. Anyone talk crazy, talk some shit, they gonna get up out of here. And they're gonna be banned forever. Hold on, I'm trying to do something. It's all good. Okay. We got it. I think. Fuck. I don't know what's going on there. All right. Anyway, man, you know what it is. Hey, we got a sponsor for this episode. Oh, this is episode 203. God damn. Stop playing, man. We out here. You know what it is. It's a lot of victory. It's a lot of victory. It's a lot of talking. A lot of victory talking. You know what I'm saying? All right. So this is the 203rd episode. All right. Now listen, guess what, man? We got Nima, we got a sponsor for this episode.
Wow, finally, after 203 episodes.
We got two sponsors, right? It's not that shit that these other motherfuckers be doing. Motherfucking Tommy John underwear. Motherfuckers start podcasting about underwear. Motherfucking expensive mattresses. I ain't trying to sleep on technology. Motherfucking man. This ain't the Jetsons. I don't need your motherfucking fancy mattress, man. I'm gonna be asleep. Right? You know, motherfuckers be trying to, or sometimes it's athletic greens. Word. Athletic greens, man. Motherfuckers talking about greens and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I met the dudes from Athletic Greens once. They was cool. They knew who I was and shit. You know what I'm saying? I met them dudes, man. So
they've made lots of videos on their products recently.
Who's they?
There are lots of other like supplement companies, and they keep comparing.
Talking shit about Athletic Greens.
Yeah, they've been.
Listen, I'm not gonna take a side unless they give me some money. In which case, I will be pro Athletic Greens. It's gonna be Victory Greens with enough money.
BBC AG1.
You know what I'm saying? Give me that AG1, man. That I ain't playing. You motherfuckers would have given me some money. They don't. Here's the only problem with athletics greens, though, Nima. You know what the people have been saying.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You heard that?
Yeah.
They've been saying that athletic greens is racist, right? That's just what I've been hearing because they don't sponsor any black podcasts. Now, I don't know if anybody's been saying that up until I said it just now, but now it's out there, guys. It's out there. And we can't stuff that cat back in the bag. It's out there. It's in the world. All right.
It's already clipped out.
Hey, listen. Nothing I can do. Don't shoot the messenger. And as I see it, the only way Athletic Greens can beat these charges the only way Athletic Greens can debunk these racism charges is if they give me some money. If they go ahead and sponsor this podcast, give me some money, then everyone would know, oh, they can't be racist. They gave Brandon a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably black. I think that's the only way they can save their reputation after everyone's going around saying they're racist. I'm just saying. So, Athletic Greens, I trust you'll do the right thing. And just know, silence is an admission of guilt. You gotta speak with your dollars, you know, and then we'll know, man, that you're not racist. Yeah, we'll know. It'll be a fact by then. But up until then, some people are saying that it's the official greens drink of the Ku Klux Klan. That's what people listen. That's what's been said, Nima. On the internet. There's a guy on YouTube. He went live and said it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's out there. Right?
It's out there now. They're gonna have to take it. Oh, but then they might, you know what? There's always, if they wanted to beat the system, they could just sponsor Myron and still keep their political beliefs. And I'm cool with that too, man. I like Myron a lot. That's my boy. I mean, I don't like almost nothing he says out his mouth, right? But I like him as a person when we're interacting. But the shit he be saying out loud, can't co-sign it. But that's still the homie. Being friends with Myron is like being friends. It's like, I imagine this is what Kanye West friends feel like almost exactly. Like the people who are like still his friends, they're like, fuck. Again with this shit. And this is my boy. Every day somebody sending me something from Myron. And they're like, yo, this is your man? And I'm like, yeah. But like, you know, I don't agree with everything he says. You know? What are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do, man? The power of friendship keeps us together, man. The power of friendship. I say some stuff that Myron doesn't like too, when he's still cool with me. I say it's okay for women to have jobs.
That's
and it's okay for women to vote. Right? Myron would disagree with that, but we're still friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, baby. It's all good. Hey, but we do have a sponsor. Sponsor. This was sponsored by me, right? That's a sponsor we know is not racist. Me. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't get myself in no trouble. I'm sponsoring this podcast, and the way I'm giving it to you, the way I'm sponsoring is I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It's in the description, right? It's the first link in the description. That's how you know we not fucking around. All right. And it's called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll show you how to grow your online fitness business, right? Even if you're not certified, even if you don't have a lot of experience, even if you don't have a big following. All right. We'll show you. It's going to really break down the 10 things you need to know to succeed in this business. It's 100% free. Now, I don't want you to think online training is a goddamn get rich quick scheme. I wish it was a get rich quick scheme because I'd have got rich quicker when I was scheming. But unfortunately, you got to work hard. And you might read the book and be like, oh, shit, I got to work hard. Shit. Matter of fact, fuck this. I'm going to drop ship. And I'm going to sell Chinese bullshit to old people. That sounds more cool. Or I'm going to start a crypto scam. Right? That might be more appropriate for you if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. Because to make money as an online trainer, you got to work hard. But the beauty of it is, if you really enjoy fitness and if you love helping people accomplish their fitness goals, right, and you want to get rewarded handsomely for it, right, then go ahead and download the book. Here's to give you some math on online training. Right. If you had 80 clients, if you had 25 online clients, it's not a whole bunch, right? Nima, do you need millions of followers to get 80 clients, to get 25 clients?
No.
You don't even need 100,000 followers to get 25 clients. If you had 25 clients paying you $80 a week, which is cheap, which is fucking cheap. Because in the gym, the average in-person session in the gym is $100 an hour. You got to see that motherfucker 3 times a week. So that's $300 a week, right? So it's a steal. People gonna pay for it. If you kept the average of 25 clients at $80 a week for a year, which is 52 weeks, you'd make $104,000 a year, right? Now you're making it almost as much as the doctor, but ain't nobody sneezing on you, and you ain't got to cut nobody open. Right? You ain't got to give no babies. What's it called? What's the autism shit? You know what I'm talking about. So they don't get measles, but they might get a little tism. You know what I'm talking about? Vaccinations. You ain't got to give no babies vaccinations. You just helping people get in shape. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to get nobody Asperger's. But if they get Asperger's, they might be Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? And if they become Elon Musk, they'll give their heart to you. They'll give their heart to you. Elon got a lot of heart. Man. That's why he had to throw it underhand. People don't know that. Like, you can give different. He's a rocket scientist, man. All right. Anyway, 10 Commandments online training. The link is in the description. All right. Also, we got one more sponsor. So just hold up. Don't go nowhere. Don't leave yet. I'm still here. I know you got scared. Where's he going? I would never leave you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your dad. I'll never leave you. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm gonna be here with you, man. All right. The next sponsor is Thought Repellent. This is the easy to apply spray that keeps the hose away. All right. Keep the hose away. Because once you start balling, shot calling, you get in an amazing shape, tip-top shape. And you got a lot of disposable income, right? These bitches gonna be all over you, man. They're gonna be all over you they're gonna be all over you like ice at the taco shop. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be all over you like ice at a Home Depot parking lot. All right. And you have to keep them away, right? And that's what we develop thought repellent. Thought repellent, see what it is genetically modified by Iranian scientists. All right. The good ones, friendly Iranian scientists. Not the ones doing that fuck shit, right? And it's developed by them to only affect the DNA of thoughts, sluts, hoes, stank hoes, skanks, skeezers, Jezebels, scallywags, and hood rats. All right. You spray this on yourself and they won't be able to come to you close to you. It's like a force field. But good women, right? Kind of woman you would bring home to your mama, right? You know what I'm saying? The kind of woman that you would take to church or the mosque. No, nobody loves Islam more than me. No one. I'll be clear about that. I want that public record. I want everyone to know, hey, I'm a friend. I hired one. You get them good ones. They'll be like, damn, what's that smell? Baby, that's just a little thought repellent. You know what I'm saying? Just a little thought repellent. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? All right. You're going to be careful wearing it around your mothers and your sisters because some of them are whores. Some of y'all got whore mamas. All right. And it's gonna be really weird. You wear the thought repellent and Thanksgiving, your mom start coughing up and foaming at the mouth. Then you just know, hey, mama got a past. Anyway, all right, all your super chats go towards development of thought repellent. All right, it's just real products coming out, but we need your help because your super chats will fund it. Your super chats fund thought repellent. All right, so make sure you put some money in the collection plate for the thought repellent, right? So we can make sure to get out and I'll answer your questions. My girlfriend read it for you, and she got big titties. Yep, she do. So there's that. And and here's the thing: we want to have it out by summer. Summer's about 22 days from now. That's the thought breeding season. If it's not out by summer, it's your fault. You didn't contribute enough. All right, and there's gonna be ramifications for that because those Iranian scientists, they're gonna have to go back to what they was doing before. All right. And if you love peace, and if you don't like nuclear holocaust, you got to do your part, man. Keep these brothers on the straight and narrow. I think we got some heroes who have contributed to the thought repellent fund and a large part to world peace. Let's acknowledge them. Oh,
We have Rashad.
mm-hmm.
Yo, big homie. Found a dope product to help with the calorie tracking called Polar. Easy to use for both jiu-jitsu and lifting.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, what are the best exercises for full body workout with dumbbells only?
All right. Yo, the Polar, I'm familiar with it. They make watches. They also make the chest straps. They're like some of the most accurate shits. Excuse me. But to answer your question, the same shit you would do with dumbbells, overhead press, bench press, bent over rows. All right. You can do squats. The best way to do squats, probably more like goblet squats if the dumbbells are heavy. You do goblet squats and or lunges. Bulgarian split squats are another good option. Step ups for legs, calf raises. The same shit you do with a barbell, you would do with dumbbells. Here's something you should keep in mind, though. If your goal is to build as much muscle as possible, then barbells are superior than dumbbells because it's what's called a closed chain movement, right? Meaning, Open chain movement is like your arms can do whatever because you got different dumbbells and they can move independently. But with a closed chain movement, with the barbells, like your arms can't move independently, right? And you can push more weight, right? Because the arms they're working together in unison as opposed to working independently. You push more weight, and studies show that you'll build muscle faster typically with barbells, right? But if all you got is dumbbells, then do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. You know, so you got to do what you got to do the best you can with what you have. What else we got?
We have Max. BBC, when you are doing future trading, what's your setup? What kind of computer do you use and what are the specs? Thank you for all. Do I really appreciate?
All right, thanks, man. Yo, what up, Max? So I have a HP, I forget the name, HP laptop. I don't know the name, and I don't know the specs. It's probably got like 16 gigs of RAM. I know that, and it's like a C, like it's an Intel i5 processor, and for my setups, I trade NQ on the 15-minute chart. If it's above the 200-day moving average, I'm looking for longs. If it's below the 200-day moving average, I'm looking for shorts. And then I just mark support and resistance, you know, and I take longs off of support and I take shorts off of resistance, you know, and that's it. And 4-point scalps each time. I go one contract deep, but sometimes if it moves against me, I'll scale into it and go up more contracts because I have 150K accounts. Right. We talk about that more in victory trades where you can trade with us, me and Greg. If you want to know more about that, hit the Discord and Greg will put you in the right direction. All right. But yeah, I trade futures every morning. What's up, man? What else we got going on?
We have Mike Ice. How to grow from 4K subs to 50K.
How to grow to 4K subs to 50K. All right, man. So this motherfucker wants to really dramatically increase his. I think he means on YouTube. Listen, the fastest way to grow on YouTube is YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is like the cheat code. So basically the same shit that goes viral on TikTok and/or Reels. Start posting that shit on YouTube Shorts, and it should get crazy, man. Like that's that shit. You know, if you can do that. And we talk more about it in Influencer Domination. It links in the description. The links in the description too, where because I helped Corey Armstrong go from 1,000 subs to 300,000 subs in like a year, right? And he just used our strategy of YouTube Shorts. Is more than I can go into now because there's a lot more to it. But check out Influencer Domination program. All right.
We have Leo with that Repellent.
Shout out to you, Leonardo, man.
We have Patrick. You funny as fuck, big dog.
Hey, thanks, bro. Thanks. I appreciate that, man. You know?
And then we have Raja. How long does it take to rewire the pain principle?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, the list. So it really depends on the person, man. But it's like with enough pain and enough pleasure, it can happen in one day. Like straight up, like it can happen immediately with enough pain and enough pleasure, right? Because the quality of the emotions on each side, right? Like if I put a gun to your head, start pistol whipping you again, right? And tell you to do something, you know what I'm saying? You're going to associate pain with not doing the shit I told you to do, right? Because now you got a 9mm pointed at your motherfucking dome, you know? And you know me, I let it go. You know what I'm saying? So like depends on the amount of pain, right? Like if you look at have you ever seen footage of 9/11? Every time I say 9/11, I just gotta look at Nima for a minute, make sure he's on the right team. You know what I'm saying? But this footage of 9/11, some people jumped out of the tower before it fell. They jumped out voluntarily because it was so much smoke and the heat. They couldn't take being inside, so they rather just jump out the window, right? Those people did not fucking plan on jumping out their window that day, right? That wasn't the game plan when they woke up that morning. It was just so much pain that they felt. So it really depends on the level of pain and pleasure that you associate with it, That's what will speed things up. All right. What else we got?
And we have Amato with $2.
Mato just threw on $2. Hey man, shout out to you.
But he wrote in the chat, bro, I didn't even get a chance to write my message.
Oh, okay. Well, what's your message, man? Come on now. You got our attention now. We're gonna give Mato a second. He only get $2, so we only gonna give him a second. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. Mato. Come on now, Mato. Wasn't a song called Motto?
How to properly
You
use
already know though.
MyFitnessPal, bro. That's Mado.
Oh. All right. What are you saying? What do you want to know?
How to properly use MyFitnessPal, bro.
Oh man. Man, this nigga asked for a fucking detailed question for $1.99. Hey man, you can't expect a fucking $1,000. You can't expect $100 answers if you a $1.99 nigga. You know what I'm saying? You want this motherfucker want a whole tutorial for $1.99. Look, homie, I'm gonna be real with you. Yo, Mado, I fuck with you, man. I like your name. I like your motherfucking your profile pic. I like I fuck with everything you got going on. You gave me $1.99. I fuck with you. However, I don't know if you noticed. You might not notice about me. I've trained thousands of people. Like I'm one of I started. I helped start online training. I was one of the pioneers in this shit. You just like, hey, yo, Michael Jordan. How you dribble? You know what I'm saying? Calling up Steph Curry. All right, man. So how you tie your basketball shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the equivalent. See. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's all good. I fuck with you, man, but that shit is like, man. It's like a basic answer, but it would take a long time to explain it. Yo, listen, homie, well, here's what you do. Everything you eat, you put it in there, right? You know what I'm saying? You either weigh your food, you can scan the back of labels, you can take pictures of this shit now with MyFitnessPal and put it in, right? You know, listen, brother, that's listen, brother, I fuck with you, man, and I like you a lot, man, but I ain't about to do that right now. All right, but what I am about to do, okay, you know what? I will answer some of that will get answered. Some of that will get answered in our next segment, right? Because we about to talk. Oh shit. Let's just jump. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys how to get a six-pack for the summer. But first, we're gonna talk about this money with my homie Young Candlestick. Let's get it.
What's up, Brandon? What's up, Victinators?
What up, man? Yo, listen, guys, if y'all got fucking stock or investment questions, leave a super chat. Greg will answer it, man. Let's go.
Now's the time. It's the only place you can super chat to get access to a chartered market technician.
Come on, man. Talk your shit.
Hell yeah. So basically what's been going on with the S&P? Not a lot, but there are a few individual stocks that I'm going to be analyzing and forecasting. There are a ton of opportunities in this market. Okay. So I'm going to bring up a ton of different stocks. None of this is financial advice, not an offer to buy or sell any security. Charts come with limitations and difficulties. That's what I'm supposed to say. Okay. So basically what happened last night was the trade court said that, hey, yo, Trump, your tariffs, they're illegal. And the market loved it. The market rallied 1.5% just last night. But as we got towards the open today, the market just started to flop. It just crashed and then chopped and flopped all around. What is cool about
courts don't like Trump, man.
No,
They don't like Trump, man. They always convicting him of crimes and shit.
all of the Nobel Peace Prize for economics, all those people, they don't like tariffs either. You know?
Yeah. Nobody. I'm not a big tariff fan myself. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there's more to it than we may know, but that's what's going on right now. So we'll see how the market develops, but we're starting to see a little bit more strength. We're starting to see the semiconductors start to lead a little bit. And NVIDIA had a bullish earnings reaction. So in victory trades, I did some AI earnings analysis, a bunch of nerd shit, and it was basically saying neutral / bullish. That's exactly what happened. And so I'm training my AIs right now, and it's starting to become more and more accurate, and it's cool to see. So NVIDIA, I'm bullish. Longer term, I think it gets to 170, but in like 3 to 5 years, I think NVIDIA can get to $230 a share. Okay. So, you know, any like price between like 115 down to like 137, for me, that's the accumulation zone. Okay. This whole big ass box.
Let's go.
So that's overall NVIDIA. Some other semiconductor stocks that are doing really well that I like, AVGO approaching all-time highs. Nancy Pelosi's long on it.
If Nancy fucking with it, then I'm fucking with it.
I know, right?
I like what Nancy like.
Me too.
I like what Nancy like.
When it comes to stock trading, for sure.
Yeah, when it comes to stock trading. I don't know none of her politics, man. I don't know what she be talking about. You know what I'm saying? But when she comes to trading, man, shit.
Definitely. Politics are not my area of expertise, but I do know that Nancy Pelosi knows how to pick them.
Yeah.
AVGO, it's a little bit extended right here from a trade perspective, but if it could maybe come down to something like 210 or even down to like 195, those are going to be accumulation spots for me. Again, that's not advice. That's just where I'm looking to buy. Okay.
Okay.
I also still like Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM. Okay? And those will be similar buy spots. You know, TSM, anything 180 or lower can be a decent value play.
Okay.
In terms of Bitcoin and Ethereum, IBIT starting to show a little bit of signs of a false breakout. It's not holding its prior all-time highs, but there's no like red flags, just yellow flags. But Bitcoin's, you know, it's losing its leadership right now to Ethereum. And I made a mistake on Ethereum. I bought Ethereum too high. I bought Ethereum near like 3,400, but it's starting to show some relative strength. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum can start to get back up towards those highs over the next few years.
It's been lagging in crypto. Yo, what's up with crypto, man? Like you seen that shit? The motherfuckers got hit. Like every week, a crypto motherfucker's getting held hostage.
I have not heard of that. Tell me more.
You ain't been seeing this shit? All right, no, go ahead. I'm gonna find some of this shit for you.
Bring it up, and I'll just talk. And once you have it ready, you can.
Yeah, go for it, man. I'm about to find this. This shit is wild.
So while I did buy Ethereum too high, I am building out a huge edge in SPX. Like if you guys are in victory trades, you guys have been cranking out the dough. Friday we did an iron condor, boom, money. On Tuesday, we turned $140 into $650. $140 into $650. And that's just from like a bullish butterfly. Yesterday, we made $160. Today, we made almost 100% return from SPX closing in the white box. So basically, you want to be the house, not the casino. You don't always want to be buying options.
Yeah.
You want to be selling them.
Selling options.
Because all of this bullshit in the middle, all this chop, that just puts profit in your pocket. And so you want to really implement those strategies. It doesn't even take a ton of money. You don't need like 100 grand. You don't need 50 grand. You do need about $2,000 in your trading account. But in terms of the buying power needed, you only need like $200 to $500 to take each and every one of these trades. And so that's something that's been building out a huge edge. And I'm trying to be super humble right now. Let's just put it that way. I'm trying to be super humble.
You'll never be as humble as me.
I know.
Never.
I can't.
You can't. No one can be as humble as me. All right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No one can beat
I set the standard for humility and modesty, motherfucker, and everybody needs to know that.
Exactly. I cannot find that humility.
You ain't on that level.
When it comes, I know, right? But Brandon, you've been crushing it in futures trading every single day, and that that victory, it's contagious to me. And I've been on a huge streak with futures.
Come on, let's go.
And what's been actually really helpful lately is I've been using Bookmap. Now, Bookmap costs about $30 a month. You can get it through the Thinkorswim platform. Yeah, no, it's not too bad. It's more than paid for itself because you can see where the orders are on the chart. So if you kind of can know, oh, hey, there's a ton of orders here. If it's oversold into this big ass shaded region, there's likely going to be a bounce. And that could be just a couple $100. Do that like 5 or 10 times. Boom, you got yourself $1,000 on the day. So
hey, come on now.
I'm just saying, like, that's where the active income is at. It's in SPX and it's in futures trading, and they go hand in hand. Brandon, you called out an amazing trade last Thursday. Do you remember it?
What I say? What was I talking about? Who was I talking about?
CRWD, CrowdStrike.
Oh yeah, I was talking about that CrowdStrike.
Yeah, I was saying this is a beautiful ascending triangle, beautiful flag right in front of all-time highs. You know, us in victory trades, we bought it right over there, over for like 450. Boom, you get a nice good pop up to 474. I just took the quick profits. It does have earnings, but CrowdStrike, if it can hold above this 450 level, I'd expect this trend to potentially continue.
Yo, hold on. If y'all want to trade with us, you can trade. We trade every morning with victory trades. I trade futures. Greg trades a bunch of shit. And hit up Greg in the Discord and say you want to join victory trades. And you'll also get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone. You get to swing trades and you can day trade with us every morning. Let's go.
Exactly. There's something for everybody, but my specialty is the options income from SPX, a few wheel strategies. Sometimes I'll throw out some leap call options. And then also with futures, like Brandon's calling out his orders live.
Yeah,
like
I tell him exactly where. Yo, we've been crushing in the last few months, man.
I know, and we're just getting started too, because like the skills compound on top of each other. Like I'm ecstatic. I'm excited for the future. We just need to keep executing. Focus on the execution, and the results will be a lagging indicator.
Yeah. I've only had one red day
in like what, 2 months?
Yeah, in like the last 2 months. That was today. It was before. It was pre-market. You know what I'm
saying? You weren't live with me, so I mean that makes sense.
That's what happened. I didn't follow my routine. I already know what's up. I know what I did wrong.
We'll get back at it tomorrow.
It's all good. Sure. It's all good.
Yeah, tomorrow's a fresh day. That's the beauty of the markets. Like not every day is going to be green, but you just want to be consistent. That's all.
Yeah.
Consistency is king. So CrowdStrike, I really like that cybersecurity stock. I talked about Tesla having relative strength. So Tesla has been having relative strength. We are hitting a little bit of resistance. So we could go sideways to slightly lower in the short term. But Tesla, if it could come back down to like 300, down to 295, that potentially could be a buy point for the longer term for me. Especially if they can really get the Optimus robot going. That's what Elon
needs. The Optimus robot?
Yep. First it's Optimus, then it's going to be sex robots. Okay.
Hey man, that's going to be a game changer.
I know, right? Think of all the revenue coming in.
Yeah, it's going to be a while though, man.
Yeah,
they're pretty far away, man.
It will be, but the market price is in the future. That's for sure. Microsoft, Brandon, you were sending me some Instagram DMs, and I really like that. It was basically saying that you sent me a video basically where the guys are talking about how Microsoft could potentially be like the next Coca-Cola, where Coca-Cola is like a dividend aristocrat, stable, long-term company, not really going to move too much. And that's kind of happening with Microsoft. You know, think of all of those ChatGPT subscriptions, and they got the premium versions. That's just one tiny little business model, obviously. But it's looking strong. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few weeks or months, we take out all-time highs and it shoots up another $100. So it's one of those things where it's tricky to buy up here, but if you can tolerate bigger pullbacks, maybe it could be something to consider.
Right.
In terms of a value play, I still love Google. You know, the chart's a bit messy. It's not like a trade, but I really do like Google longer term.
I like the stock, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's not going to go to zero. I mean, anything can happen. Sure, it could go to zero. It's not like
it's very unlikely.
Yeah.
Yo, you got a super chat, Greg?
Oh, let's check it out. I got 2 more trade ideas. And then we'll cut out. What's the super chat? Okay. Patrick says, yo, young candlestick. Can you look at AIZO?
Mm.
AIZO. Oh,
You got 2 super chats.
Patrick, post in the chat the actual ticker symbol. Unless
Yeah, because that ain't no ticker symbol.
I know, right?
Don't make us do research for your ass, man.
I appreciate the super chat though.
Yeah. We don't know how much money that is though, Gray. That's a Canadian dollar too, man. So like I don't even know what that shit might be, like 12 cents or some shit. I don't know. Well, it was it was the other one.
Okay, this is a good one. Mike is talking about which stock to dump 10K in right now on Palantir, Kava, or Elf. So before I answer this question, just know that this is all for educational purposes. Got it? And also, I don't know your goals, your risk tolerance, your time horizon, and also what other assets that you have, because those are all factors that go into, where to put money. I'll also add that why do you have to put it all in one stock? Why not pick like the top 3 stocks? I just brought up a ton of stocks for you. Brought up CrowdStrike, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, AVGO, Nvidia. Just brought those up. So Palantir, Cybers, it's kind of like defense. It is a little bit overvalued from a valuation standpoint, but the trend is really strong. Maybe you could do like $1,000 into that. And then on Kava, this is what the Chipotle imposter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kava just looks like
cheap pole.
Cheap pole. That was a good one. That was a really good one.
Thank you. Yeah, let's get I think we give me a right. Yeah. Cheap pole.
That was pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah, don't fuck with the cheap pole. That's
I did it.
Elf stock. I was literally just texting my girl earlier. I was like, yo, did you see Elf stock today? Because she owns Elf stock. She was buying it down here. I'm like,
oh shit,
it makes sense.
They bought Hailey Bieber's company.
Hailey Bieber. Is that
that's Justin Bieber's wife.
Oh no way.
They bought her company for $1 billion, bro.
Holy shit.
I don't know the name of it, man, because I don't wear it was started in 2022. Road.
I know. Like, so sometimes females can have an advantage in investing because they know where all the money's flowing to. Bryce was saying, my girl, she was like, I know a lot of people that are buying Elf products. I think this is a dip buy. I was like, go for it. This is your portfolio. I help her manage it, of course. But I do like Elf stock. I would just wait for a little bit of a pullback.
Wait for a pullback.
Down to 100, maybe down to like 90. It depends on your time horizon, though. So when it comes down to putting 10K into something, first of all, victory trades may or may not be a good fit for you. But if you're into active trading and income, maybe you could use like 2,000 of that for active trading, and then like 5,000 of it, into something like a broad-based ETF. And then you
could always put some into an ETF, but you take some of it, right? And like, if I was you, I would trade with us, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to trade with us. You trade, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to trade with us, we getting money.
I know, seriously. I'm just saying, like, I want you to make money, so that's why I'm telling you about it. Like, because I care about you. And again, nothing's guaranteed in the market. Performance is never guaranteed, but you can just look at the track record. So just think you don't have to put it all in one. Try to diversify and invest for your goals. And sometimes people just need a little bit more education on how to invest for their goals, because everybody has a different risk tolerance. But I hope that answers your question. Palantir, tiny amount. Don't mess with the cheap pole. And then Elf, wait for a pullback. And also, I brought up a ton of other stocks.
Okay, you got another one. Motto. Oh no, it's Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick also mentioned that it's a
crypto stock. He was talking about that shit. It's some sort of crypto.
Let me pull it up on the other screen.
Yo, man, crypto's wild. All right, while you looking at Greg, let me show my screen. I want to show them this crypto shit I was talking about. Yeah. Crypto, I don't know why crypto is like this. So I'm gonna run this back.
Obtained exclusively by CNN that shows a barefoot man bolting up the stairs from the basement of a New York City townhouse. Now that man a 28-year-old wealthy Italian cryptocurrency trader who was allegedly kidnapped and also held hostage in that Manhattan apartment for weeks.
I don't know why crypto's like this. Like, this shit does not happen in, like, if a motherfucker owns a bunch of stocks, you know?
Investigators say that two men who wanted the password to
Yeah.
a Bitcoin account that was worth millions are behind all of this.
He was tied up when he was being tortured. And when he became more agreeable about maybe we can work this out, I can try to get the code, he would enjoy some movement around the house. Now, they had an air tag on him, and they said, if you escape, we'll know where you are. The doors were locked, so it was hard to make a run for it. But Laura, this starts on May 6th. You know, this was on Friday when he finally bolted. He said, you know, I'll get the code. I just need you to get my laptop. And he said, during that moment, I knew, like, this is it. You know, this is my chance. They're going upstairs to get it. He ran from the first floor, down the stairs to the basement, bolted for the door that leads upstairs to the street from the basement. You see him in that footage. You know, he runs to that gate, flips the lock, and then takes off running. He finds a traffic enforcement agent, one of the people who looks like a police officer, but he writes tickets. And he says, I need help. And he notified the police, and they were there within minutes.
We have reached.
That's crazy, right? Like, why
right?
is crypto like, yo, this happened? This has been happening a lot, man. That has been happening a lot when motherfuckers got a lot of crypto. That shit don't be happening if you own a lot of stocks. But if you own a lot of crypto, man, motherfuckers be trying to kidnap you.
I know that if I buy a ton of Google stock, nobody's going to do that to me. Like,
Oh, he was in there. They had that motherfucker for like a month.
That's wild.
Holding this motherfucker
pissed.
hostage. Yeah,
Man.
no, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd be pissed too. I wouldn't enjoy that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like the only way somebody could kidnap me is gunpoint, or if they're like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu master, you know?
Man, listen. Only way somebody can kidnap me is if they got the Avengers on their side. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if they convince Thor and the motherfucking Hulk to team up, then they got a shot. Otherwise, but it would be like trying to. It's like let's say you mix Wesley Snipes with motherfucking Rambo.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
With a little John Wick, right? That combination will probably come up my color, right? And if you genetically modified those humans to make them me, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or the Equalizer. If you want to swap Wesley Snipes with the Equalizer, you know what I'm saying? No, Blade. You took Blade,
Vampire Hunter.
you know what I'm saying? You take a little Blade, take a little Rambo, a little John Wick, and a smidge of Chief Keef, right? You know, just a little Chief Keef in there, just a little bit. You don't want too much, right? Then you get me. Now imagine trying to kidnap that motherfucker. It'd be difficult. It'd be an arduous task to say the least. Yeah, I think you got another stock pick, man. I think you got another super chat.
Yeah. I'm gonna break.
Did you find out about that fucking crazy ass stock crypto?
I did. This is like a straight up pump and dump crypto. So you can see the pump, you can see the dump, you can see the pump, you can see the dump. There could be another pump based off the trend, but I wouldn't bet my money on it. I mean, for all cryptos, it really just comes down to like, what's your risk? What's your reward? Like, okay, we're selling off. You can get a green candle. Cool. Then you can use that as your stop loss point. But basically,
it's all bullshit.
This is a monthly time frame.
It's all bullshit.
As an analyst, I'm just like, there's so many better places for your money.
It's all
and
bullshit,
this could be
man.
good. Like,
And then motherfuckers gonna be trying to kidnap you.
I know, right? Seriously. Then you'll get kidnapped if you buy a stock. I don't want to get kidnapped, Patrick.
Listen, man.
Hear about you.
You ain't got a lot of Chief Keef in you, Patrick. I can tell, man. Ain't never been no gangsters named Patrick, and I don't mean that in no disrespectful way.
Definitely.
It's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's.
And don't think that I'm. Yeah.
I'm start telling people to stay off the crypto the same way you tell people to stay off the drugs. You know, hey man, stay off the crypto.
Yeah.
You're gonna ruin your life, man. All right, let's go. What else? I think you got another one.
Yeah, and don't think that I'm dogging on that crypto. I would just say mark your risk, catch the pump if you want, invest in it if you want. I personally think it's a waste of money, but that's just my opinion.
Yo, man,
I could be
anything but
wrong.
Bitcoin and Ethereum is a motherfucking.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you might as well start sports betting, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like you might as well start sports betting. You know?
I mean, maybe you've done more research than me. That you probably have. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
But,
no. He's definitely done more research than you because you didn't know that shit existed till 5 minutes ago.
That's true. That's true.
Right. So we've all done. Anybody who knew it existed before today has done more research on that shit than you. That don't mean don't mean it's a bad idea. Just because you read about something don't mean it's some shit you should put your money in. And they kidnapping crypto niggas.
I know. Don't do it. They're coming for you. So
Come on, man.
You buy the crypto. They're like, we got his address. Go.
Yeah, man. I feel like
ski masks come over. Yeah.
Crypto's the new crack cocaine. Stay off the crypto, man. You're gonna get hurt. All right, what else we got?
And a big allure of crypto is like, oh yeah, it actually moves. You can get big gains. Why not just buy some like leap call options on like a valuable company? It's gonna move pretty much the same. Like,
And it's real. All right.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Yeah. Okay. Mado. Yes. Webull is a good app for beginners.
Yeah, I like Webull a lot.
Yeah, it's just a brokerage app. You can trade from the chart. It's a good mobile platform.
I like Webull.
I did want to leave on one stock. This is exact opposite of crypto. It's a boring ass stable energy stock. And this pays 5% a year though, 5% dividend. And it's kind of got a nice higher low trend, flat top breakout. I like the stock Enbridge, EMB.
Man, they don't want to hear that shit no more, Greg, man. Like these is crypto motherfuckers, right? That's basically you take a motherfucker who's doing speed and crack cocaine, right? And then you say, hey man, why don't you try this coffee? No, I like this. I want to hear about this one though. I'm just letting you know where they at.
Yeah,
you know
it's basically just I like the stock Enbridge, 5% dividend. I like the chart structure. I had expected to potentially maybe not get, it could get past all-time highs in about 3 to 5 years, but it's a slow mover. So your Sharpe ratio, your risk adjusted return on this stock is very high. So you're taking on very little risk. And, you know, maybe you risk like 14%, you still get that 5% dividend, and you could make something like 30% plus that dividend. Place to park your cash. Again, that's not advice. So yeah, those are the main things that I wanted to cover. I'm also slightly bearish on crude oil, so CL. So you can trade USO options or you can trade CL futures. I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of drifted lower over time. But that's, you know, just another market to look at. Uncorrelated market to the SPY, which is cool.
All right, listen, Patrick, if you're gonna start really fucking with that crypto, get yourself some firearms, man. All right. It's wild out here. They kidnapping you crypto kids, man. It's like it's happening every week. There's a new crypto motherfucker getting kidnapped. I don't want you to be next, Patrick. All right. Or unless you just like the fucking danger. Yo, he loves crypto, so he likes danger. He might, you know, a little crypto, a little kidnapping, just part of the game. Little kidnapping.
I will say, if you can bench press 340, you won't care about people kidnapping.
Man. You know? Listen,
that's me.
Maybe that's why everybody who's in crypto also does Brazilian jiu-jitsu. BJJ.
Yeah, if you like rolling around with other dudes.
Maybe that's why, man. That's why, because they know they might have to use that shit.
If they had like more women in Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes, I think I would instantly join.
Ugh, you fucking pervert. You're gonna be in there with a erection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Listen, on that note, yo, listen, if you want to trade with us every morning, it's a lot of fun and we make money doing it. And you want to get Greg swing trade alert straight to your phone, go in our Discord, hit up Greg Young Candlestick, say y'all want to join victory trades, man. He'll point you in the right direction, man. We have a lot of fun a morning. All right.
Definitely. We're up thousands just in the past few weeks. So
stop fucking with us, man. Let's go. All right. Come on, man. All right, peace. All right. Hey guys. Who wants to learn how to get a six-pack by summer? If you said yeah, then you're in luck, right? Because I'm gonna teach you the habits you need to get this six-pack going. Let's go. It's almost summer, fat boy. At the time of this recording, it's 20 days away. We're 20 days away from summer. The summer solstice, right? It might feel like summertime right now because the kids is out of school. Because the kids is out of school and the Dominicans are playing dominoes outside. But the official start is about 20 days from now. I'm going to show you how you can use AI to get yourself a six-pack this summer. All right. And I'm going to break the whole system down for you so you can leave with a solid game plan to have a six-pack by summer, but you got to watch it to the end in order to get the full plan. If you can't watch a video to the end, well, then I'm not surprised you fat searching around the internet for videos on how to get a six-pack. That's how you ended up here. You too fat to have a six-pack. So you went on the hell to get a six-pack on YouTube. You found yourself here. The Lord led you to this video because he wanted you to watch it. And you can't even listen to God. I'm not saying I'm God. I'm gymnasium Jesus. The Son of God. And I'm going to show you guys how to get ripped. And we're going to use our new God, AI, to do so. Our future overlords, AI, to do it. All right. So now, warning, this is not going to work for you if you like obese. If you super fat, like if you're a guy, if you're a guy who can't see his genitalia when he urinates, this might not be the right game plan for you. If you're a girl that's so fat that your only option is to date black guys, then this might not be for you. But if you this is for people who are more so skinny fat or fat skinny, if we want to be politically correct. Not for you obese skinny motherfuckers. Not for you not for you. This ain't for skinny obesity. All right. If that's a thing, maybe it will be in the future. All right. Step one, you need to open up your preferred AI platform. You can use, I like ChatGPT, but you can use Gemini. You can use Claude if you swing that way, I guess, you know. You can use Gronk if you like a little bit of racism in your AI. Some of us just like a little bit of racism in our AI, then we use Gronk for that. But my preferred large language model is ChatGPT. So you open up ChatGPT, right? You get a picture of yourself with your shirt off, right? If you're like me, you're always taking shirtless pics because you are an egomaniac. So I just got one on deck. So You go ahead, you upload that up to Skynet. Then you say, tell it your height and weight. Say, I am 6'2" and 200 pounds. Estimate my body fat percentage. Oh. All right. Estimate my body fat percentages. All right. See what they got to say. Shit's taking mad long. This the shit they say is gonna take over the world. Okay, here we go. Oh no, that was actually pretty quick. All right. So Skynet says that it's about 6% body fat. Looking at this photograph, listen, man, it must have been trained on some good ass data because that looks about right for your boy. All right. 6% body fat. You not 6% body fat. Your shit is going to be pretty high, right? So here's what you do. You know, I should have did a fat man. Anyway, here's what you do, right? Check this out. To get a six pack, you're going to need to be around 10% or low. You probably want to get into the single digits for summer, right? Single digit body. When you get in single digit body fat, if you've never been there, shit changes for you, right? Shit changes for you. You have a larger number and more appealing mating opportunities that get presented to you, sometimes thrown in your lap. If you've never been single digit body fat, you don't really know what I'm talking about, you know. But I want you to if you watch this whole fucking video and do everything I say, you'll experience it, right? And you start to have some pride in yourself. You just feel better. All right. So you want to get to 9% body fat. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in here. You want to say, you got a picture of a fat person. You want to airdrop it to my okay, take it off my screen. And yeah. Yeah, no, airdrop me a picture of a fat person. Because this shit ain't gonna work for me because I'm the after picture. Yeah, I'm your goal. All right. How I get to the ChatGPT, the version of it where it don't save everything or accept, save the download. Yeah.
Just click on the cloud. You see next to your profile picture on the top.
This cloud. Okay. Okay, this is the temporary chat because I don't want to remember this fat nigga shit that I'm about to put in here. All right, hold up. Where is it? I just downloaded the shit. Okay, let me do a sort by how I sort it with. Okay. Okay, it should be at the top, right? Yeah. Okay, I see this fat motherfucker. All right, cool. All right. So this is you. Now, you see what it did with me. You see how accurate it is, right? You're going to do it for you. All right. So how much does this motherfucker weigh? What did it say?
Okay, I have it here.
Okay.
235 pounds.
300? You just say its height?
No, the height is 6'5".
Okay. Check this out. So I'm going to put this guy. Okay, this guy is 6'5" and 335 pounds. Right? estimate his body fat percentage. Oh, his body fat percentage. What? Based on the photo. All right. Let's go. All right. So they put this motherfucker must be some sort of athlete, fat athlete. All right, cool. 25 to 30%. All right. So here's what we need to do, right? How, and this is your step. You would say I, but I'm gonna say he because it's him. I'm using someone, but you say how much? No, how many pounds? Pounds of fat would he? You should say I. Would I need to lose to be 9% body fat? Right? We could have did the math ourselves, but if we got ChatGPT right here, let him do the work. All right, they're doing fucking arithmetic. This bitch doing calculus, right? So the answer, 69.8 pounds. All right. So whatever your answer is, that's how much body fat you need to lose. Right now, it's just math at this point. For every pound of fat. Okay, hold on. All right. So that was step 2. Get your target body weight, right? And figure out how many pounds you have to lose. Step 3 is to do the math, right? So check this out. To burn 3,500 calories. To lose 1 pound of fat, you have to burn 3,500 calories. You get what I'm saying? You have to burn 3,500 calories. All right. So this guy has to lose 96 pounds. 69 pounds. So 69 times, right? So he has to burn an extra 241,500 calories. Shitload, right? A bucket shitload. All right. So it's just math though. Now we have to see how many calories. Now we have to plug that in, right? So in the description, we got to decide how many pounds of fat do we want to burn per week, right? So if he wants to get, summer is what, 12 weeks? If he wants to have us, it's going to be a lot. All right. Now, here's the thing. If you're overweight, if you're like as big as this motherfucker, like, that high, the higher your body fat percentage, the faster you lose fat, right? And as your body fat percentage gets lower, it's going to be more difficult for you to lose fat. That's why motherfuckers be like, oh, I can't lose this last 10 pounds. It's going to be difficult. Your body wants to hold on to a little bit of that body fat. Your body's trying to hold you back, right? You got to fight nature and get it and squeeze out them last few pounds, right? So what we want to do, right? Hold on. Okay. All right, whatever. All right. So what we want to do is we want to start tracking the calories we consume each day. So I would say take your body weight times 12. I'm sorry. Take your body weight in pounds times 10. Right. And that's how many calories you should get each day. Take your body weight in pounds times 10. That's how many calories you should get each day. Right. Or, there might be a better way to do this. Okay, let me start over. Now, at step 3 is just math, right? For every pound of fat we want to burn, for every 1 pound of fat we want to lose, we have to burn 3,500 calories, right? This guy needs to lose 69 pounds, right? So that's a shitload of calories he has to burn, right? 69 times 69 times 3,500 is like 200,000 some calories, 200,000 some calories, right? And when we edit this video later, it's gonna look like I just came up with that with the top of my head. It's gonna look like I'm just like, I'm gonna look like a genius. It's the power. Y'all know the truth, but people watching this in the future, they're not gonna know what's up. Anyway, you may not have to lose that much. You may have to lose more. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just math, right? So we got to start tracking how many calories we burn each day. And if I was you, I'd get a spreadsheet. I have a free template for you where you can start tracking your calories consumed and burned, and track your other habits as well. It's called the Victory Vision Planner. The link's in the description. It's free. It's just a free Notion template. This is a bare bones version of it. All right. So anyway, let's say you're consuming. Okay, first we have to track how many calories we consume each day, right? And you want to do that with MyFitnessPal. And it's super easy to track your calories. People always start fucking crying and shit when I say you got to start tracking your calories. Like, motherfuckers act like it's the most difficult shit in the world. But it is the thing that works. Like, few things work as well as tracking your calories. All right. There was a study done by Duke University when they took a bunch of fat asses and they said, hey, fat boys, just track your fucking calories for 3 months. They didn't give them no diet plan or anything. They didn't have them in a caloric deficit. They didn't have them doing keto. They didn't have them doing pescatarian. They didn't have them doing keno bodies. They didn't have them doing nothing. Right. All they said was track your calories. And those guys, and on average, they lost 5 pounds over the course of 3 months. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a lot over 3 months, but you got to remember they had no plan. They just keep your regular diet and just start tracking. Right. And the thing is, when people track, they're more cognizant of what they eat instead of putting anything in their mouth like a fucking whore. Right. Instead of putting anything in their mouth like your mama without thinking about it. Now they're more cognizant of what they eat. Right. So you got to start tracking the calories you consume. You can do that with MyFitnessPal. All right. And here's the thing. People are like, well, what if my fucking mama makes some fucking stew and I can't track it? Like, you don't eat that shit. Don't fucking eat that shit. What if my wife makes some motherfucking shit that I can't? She mixing everything in a pot and I can't fucking track it accurately. Don't eat that shit. Tell that bitch to get her shit straight. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, dump that hoe, right? She holding you back. She might be the reason you fat. You know what I'm saying? And once you get ripped, you can get a better bitch, man. That's what this whole thing is about. Anyway, start tracking how many calories you consume in MyFitnessPal. I say a good rule of thumb is take your body weight in pounds, multiply that by 10. That's how many calories you need each day. All right. And you should also get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. This will allow you to retain more muscle during this cut. All right. Now, some of you will say, how do I build muscle? How do I build muscle at the same time? You'll be able to build muscle at the same time only if this is your first year working out. Right? If you've been training for years or so seriously, then it's going to be difficult to build muscle and burn fat simultaneously. But if it's your first year, you can do it. You could just be in a caloric deficit and lift weights, get enough protein. All right. All right. So let's say you're consuming 2,000 calories a day. 2,000, boom, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Right. Oh. And I really think you should track it in a spreadsheet too. Just write it down in the morning, what how much you ate the day, put it in the spreadsheet. There's a free template in the description. Right. Now we need to start tracking how many calories we burn each day. We got to start tracking how many calories we burn. So what I recommend you do is get yourself some sort of fitness tracker. I use the Oura Ring. Right. They don't pay me. They don't pay me to do it. All right. And matter of fact, I don't know if they pay any black people. As a matter of fact, I don't know if they have any black people endorsing it. Some people saying that it might be racism. I don't know if anybody said it until just now, today, but it's out there now. And the only way they can beat those allegations is to pay a black bald YouTuber. So, Oring, if you listen, I will help you beat these racism allegations by accepting your money. All right. Contact my people. All right. But anyway, this is what I wear, the Oura ring. All right. I've been wearing this for like 5 years. I used to wear but you can wear the Whoop too. The Whoop is a good device. It's just, it look kind of dorky to me, especially if you're wearing a suit. You look like Spy Kids. Fuck that shit, right? Or you can wear an Apple Watch. Apple Watch is good. It'll track your calories you burn throughout the day. Or you can get a Fitbit, right? Or you can get a Samsung watch. Now, the only problem with getting a Samsung watch is that I'm not confident that anyone has ever had vaginal intercourse with a human woman while wearing a Samsung watch. Like, I really don't believe it's ever happened. It definitely hasn't been recorded in human history, you know? So Samsung watch would probably be the best if you've taken like a vow of celibacy or if you were none, or you just really live this nerd shit. Like if you really about that geek life, right? Get yourself a Samsung watch. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you're tracking how many calories you consume, as long as you have some device that track, as long as you have some device that will track how many calories you burn each day. Now, these devices aren't 100% accurate, but they give you a good idea, right? They give you a good idea. You want to make sure you're in the right range, right? Now, check this out. Let's say this guy, he's burning a mere 2,500 calories per day, which is fucking light work. That's nothing. You can do that. You can burn more than this. Some of y'all burn more calories than this gooning. And that's the thing, man. Your fitness tracker, if you wear it all the time, it'll track your goons as well. All right. And if you have a Samsung watch, you know you gooning. You on a goon squad, right? You're fucking somebody going in your bedroom. It look like Spider-Man was in that motherfucker, man, because you just been gooning out, you know? Like you been in there motherfucking web slinging out your penis. All right, let's go. All right, so look at this. Look what happens. This guy, he was in so if you see there's a formula here that tracks your deficit. You get that in your Victory Vision Planner, right? But he's in 500 calorie deficit each day. Boom, he burned the magic number 3,500. He should lose a pound of fat per week, right? Like if you're hitting these numbers, right, then maybe your fitness tracker is not as accurate as you think, and then you got to adjust accordingly after like 1 week, right? If you're hitting these numbers and you haven't lost a pound of fat, right? But you can step it up way more than this, right? Like 2,500 calories is fucking light work, right? Let's say you want to burn 2 pounds of fat per week. 3,000. And that's nothing. I mean, I burn between 3,500 and 4,000 calories a day. But I am a maniac. I am a crazy person, right? But this is reasonable. 3,000 calories per day. Now you in a 1,000 calorie deficit. Boom, 700 calories total for the week. You should have burned 2 pounds of fat per week. You get what I'm saying? All right. And it's very important that you track this so you know you're on the right, so you know you're doing everything right. Because what happens is people don't track shit, and then they're not as consistent. Because sometimes, so let's say you do this shit, you're doing this shit, you're on this 2 days. 2 days, all right, cool, man. And then one day it's like, oh man, somebody has an after work function, right? And you out here, all right, man, you know what? I'm gonna have some drinks. The next thing you know, you have some appetizers. You get it. You can get an extra 1,000 calories easy, you know? Boom. All right. So that's just one day, man. Just, after work, went out with the boys. We were all wearing our Samsung watches, and we went to, things got a little crazy after the computer science seminar, and right, and then you went crazy, right? And then Friday comes. Oh, it's the weekend, man. Got to go out. It's the weekend. Oh shit, you start out here acting crazy. You have a party, and then man, Sunday comes. Oh man, let's watch the game with the boys, right? Right, and then what happens is like, oh man, I don't need to work out this day. Like the day you went out, you probably didn't fucking burn all the calories. You probably didn't work out that day, right? So now you back to your regular shit, and then maybe you took another day off from training, so you didn't burn as many calories. All right. And then you said fuck it on the weekends. You just didn't do shit you didn't work out at all on the weekends. And now look at you. Oh. And now look at you. You accomplished nothing. Right? You accomplished nothing. Right? And the fucked up part about not being consistent is most days you still stuck to your diet. You stuck to your diet most days. That's what you guys are doing. Why you can't lose weight. You do it most of the time. But doing it most of the time, being inconsistent, the problem with being inconsistent is you do just enough to fail. Right? Because this is failure. You burn no calories. You might as well have done nothing. Right? I would rather you done nothing, because at least you don't fool yourself into thinking you accomplished something. This is what inconsistency looks like. That's why you got to track it to make sure you're on point every day. You get what I'm saying? It's very important you track it. So get that victory vision planner and track it, because it's easy to fuck up. Oh man, I can just do it here and there, or everything in moderation, blah, blah, blah. Listen, everything in moderation is the battle cry of the inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard somebody say that and accomplish their goals while saying that shit. It doesn't work like that. All right. So now, if you want a diet plan to hit these calories, then go back to ChatGPT, and you can say, if you don't, you can just use the formula I gave you, or you can go back to Skynet and say, hey, this guy wants to lose let's say 2 pounds of fat per week. Give him a diet plan. Write him a diet plan that will help him accomplish it. Make sure he gets 1 pound of protein per pound of body weight. I spelled a lot of words wrong. What? Tab? Oh, that's lit. All right. All right. Now I'm saying this guy, you would write me. All right. So the reason you have to tell ChatGPT to prioritize protein, because you just got to give it context. You got to know what you're on. All right. So he wants you in a calorie. You see, Skynet said calorie deficit of 1,000 calories per day. Right. Boom. Maintain muscle with that much protein. Boom. All right. So here's the go, man. And he wrote you a plan. Boom. Let's go. And then now you got the sample meal plan. You got the sample meal plan, and you can make edits to this. A lot of people don't know this. You can make edits to this. Like for me, I don't like chicken breasts. Chicken breast is for women, right? So like, rewrite it without chicken breasts. Because I hate it. All right. Chicken breast for women. Everybody knows that. All right. So now we're rewinding it. Chicken free sample meal plan. Right. But you can make as many adjustments as you want. You get what I'm saying? And there you go, man. You can get the meal plan straight from ChatGPT. Right. Now you might be thinking, how do I burn as many calories as I need to burn? Right. You know what I'm saying? So you could say, now this is already good. Like the truth is you don't need to actually do cardio to burn fat. A lot of people don't know that. Cardio will help and it will expedite things, but diet is most important. You can't out-train a bad diet, but you can out-diet bad training. All right. You can't out-diet bad training. Now remember, so you don't even need to do any cardio for this, right? But you can, But this right here, this deficit right here, this meal plan will put you in a 1,000 calorie deficit, right? If you tell ChatGPT you want to lose 2 pounds of fat per week, it will give you 1,000 calorie deficit because it knows what's up, right? So what you do is now, but let's say you take it to the next level. Write him a workout plan that helps him maintain muscle and get a six-pack. Here's the most important part of this prompt. Base it off of the teachings of handsome, famous YouTuber Brandon Carter, because you got to do that so it knows it gives you, it makes sure it gives you something good. It might give you some bullshit without that. All right. And you got to put handsome, famous YouTuber Brandon Carter, because there's other Brandon Carters in the world. It might give you some fuck shit, But if you say famous, handsome one, it knows. All right. All right, here we go, man. Boom. Oh, this bitch gave you push-pull legs. She went to motherfucking classic, old school Brandon Carter. She went and dug into the archives. You know what I'm saying? Back when I used to do intermittent fasting. That's fine. All right, whatever. But this is the body. So that's when I used to do push-pull legs. All right, cool, man. All right. Like over a decade ago. All right. But she'll give you that. It's cool. Nice little workout. Nice little workout plan. It's fine. There you got it, man. You got it. Now, and you can also do my YouTube videos. I have a bunch of hit cardio fat burning YouTube videos, right? You can do those too. It's the ones with millions of views. You'll find them. They're right here on this page. Right? And and that's basically the game plan. Hold on. Now, here's the next step. No, this is not the next step. Here's something I would say. When you're doing your diet plan, right? I do low carbs, but you don't have to do low carbs. You could tell ChatGPT to make it low carbs. And there is one advantage to going low carbs, right? One of the advantages is you'll lose a lot of water weight, and you'll lose a lot of water weight fast. You'll lose a lot of water weight as well as fat, but you'll also lose a lot of water weight, right? And people say, man, you're just losing water weight, just losing water weight. That is not insignificant, because if you lose water weight, you will look better and your abs will show more prominently. Right? This is the reason why bodybuilders, physique competitors, bikini competitors, they all dehydrate themselves before the show, right? Because they look more muscular. You can see their six pack and the definition better. So it's not insignificant when it comes to how you look. When it comes to body composition, losing water weight will help you look better, and low carbs will help you lose body weight super fast, like super fast. All right. You don't have to do it, but if you just want to take it to the next level, I think you should do it. All right. Now, let me give you the cheat code. Here are the supplements you should take when you're on this thing to really take it to the next level. All right. One supplement that I take, especially if you're gonna do low carbs, you should do this. If you're not gonna do low carbs, I don't know if it's necessary. But if you're gonna do low carbs, you should take this supplement called LMNT. And I drink about 2 or 3 of those a day because I do keto, right? And I get the watermelon flavor because I have a genetic predisposition to liking watermelon. All right. And this will prevent you from getting what they call the keto flu if you go low carbs, because the main reason people get the keto flu is because, as I told you, low carbs will flush out a lot of your water weight. But with that water weight, you'll lose a lot of electrolytes. And when you lose a lot of electrolytes, you'll feel like shit. And LMNT is an easy way to replace it. I drink it in the morning, maybe one during the day, maybe another one later on the day. You know, it's all good. All right. Now, that's just for low carbs. Everyone should do these next ones, I think. All right. Caffeine. Caffeine is one of my favorite supplements. I love it. I love it more than anything. I take it for medicinal reasons and recreationally, right? So caffeine. So I recommend you take 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine 2 to 3 times a day based off your tolerance. I'm doing like a gram of caffeine per day, man. You know how I roll, but I've worked my way up to that. I've been abusing caffeine since I was a child. All right. So like 2 decades straight of just abusing caffeine, right? You got to work your way up to that, man. You know, if you're only doing 100, if you're drinking like 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day, man, those rookie numbers, you got to pump them numbers up. Them rookie numbers, man, you know. But the reason you want to take caffeine is because caffeine will give you more energy, right? Because if you're in a caloric deficit, but you got to move more, right, to burn more calories, but you're eating less, you might get tired. You might get some lethargy, right? Caffeine will help you with that, right? It will also, caffeine is a potent appetite suppressant, right? So you'll be less hungry. You'll be less hungry if you take caffeine. And it'll help increase thermogenesis, right? So you for those reasons, it will help you burn fat because you'll be able to move more, and you'll be able to move more, and you'll be able to, and you won't be as hungry, and it'll raise up your heart rate, so you're burning more calories at rest. I take so much caffeine, sometimes it feels like my heart's going to jump out my chest and start doing work for me, start working on my behalf, right? But you can do whatever you want. You can take caffeine pills. You can take pre-workout. That's my preferred way to get it, because I like pre-workout. I like the little tingles you get for pre-workout. You know when your ears start tingling a little bit. You ever take so much pre-workout, the back of your eyeballs start to twitch? Say you know it's working. Say you know it's working. I like that feeling. You might not. Then you just get it from coffee. All right. The next supplement you need to take. This one is warning. This may be on the banned substance list if for some athletic shit, you know, if you like in the NCAA or if you NFL superstar. Listen, if you are a motherfucking pro athlete, you probably not watching videos on how to get a 6-pack, bro. All right, so you regular motherfuckers ain't got to worry about this shit, right? But I just want to put that out there. It's called Ephedra, and you can get it from us. Now, it's called Ephedra. When I was a kid, every fat burner had Ephedra in it. Like this is the 90s. We're talking about, Hammer time. We're talking about when Tupac was alive, right? Every fat burner had Ephedra in it. Why does Ephedra work? Because Ephedra is one of the few supplements that's actually proven to burn fat. Right? It does it in a few different ways, but one of the ways is fat burning is a two-part process. It's lipolysis and oxidation. Lipolysis is when the fat cell is broken down into fatty acids, and oxidation is when those fat cells are converted into energy, right? So Ephedra has been proven in studies to increase the rate of lipolysis, right? Which is the first half of fat burning, right? But it also gives you a ton of energy. So now you can burn off those fatty acids. That's oxidation, right? So it's proven to help burn fat, but it gives you a ton of energy. So, and you're going to need that because remember, you are in a caloric deficit, which is a mild form of starvation, right? You're getting less calories than you need to survive, right? Deliberately, right? And you got to move more. So you need that extra energy, but it's a potent appetite suppressant. It's a potent appetite suppressant, man. So it'd be easier for you to stick to your diet and resist cravings. Now, they made that shit illegal to put in bodybuilding supplements in the late 90s. I don't know. I guess some motherfuckers died or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think that was just natural selection. I don't think God wanted them to pass their genes on. Right? So I'm down with taking Ephedra. You can still get it. You just got to go to the pharmacist. So you go to the pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. You just go to the pharmacy, right? You got to give them your ID so they don't think you Breaking Bad or some shit. They don't think you turning that shit into meth or whatever, And you say, yo, let me get some of that Bronc Aid. And they'll give it to you. It's an asthma medication, but Ephedra is like the main ingredient in it, right? I suggest you take it with your caffeine 2 to 3 times a day. 2 to 3 times a day, Assess your tolerance. Maybe take it once, see how you feel. I'm on this shit right now. I took 300 before I sit down in this chair. I took 300 grams of caffeine, popped a Bronc Aid, and you see how good this video is, right? It's a performance enhancer, right? All right, Bronc Aid. The next thing you can take is this shit called Ketone Aid. They don't pay me either to endorse it, but I do know the CEO. That's my dog, and this is an exogenous ketone, right? So how this works is exogenous ketones are basically an alternative fuel source that your body can use, and you don't have to be on keto to take this, right? But it'll give you more energy. It will suppress your appetite. It won't burn fat directly, right? But it will suppress your appetite, so make it easier for you to stick to your diet and resist cravings, like way easier, and give you more energy so you can do these hard ass Hanson Brandon Carter workouts that you got from ChatGPT, right? And they would just work so well together. This stack, I called it the keto illegal stack. Ketone Aid, 300 milligrams of caffeine, some of that Bronc Aid, 2 to 3 times a day. It's the shit, man. I never did cocaine, but I can't imagine. If cocaine gives you more energy than this, I see why cocaine's illegal, right? This is the closest illegal shit you can get. You know what I'm saying? All right. And it works really well together because it'll suppress the appetite, boost your energy, and also prevent crashes. I mean, it's just a potent stack. If you're new to these stimulants, you might not want to take it too late at night because you might not be able to sleep that well. But that's cool, man. Now you can just stay up burning more calories, get some work done. But just, maybe you don't want to take it too late. It's 9:00 and I took something right before this. I'm gonna go to sleep in an hour, right? I'm just used to it. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. You know what I'm saying? I can shoot. I can smoke angel dust and go to bed if I wanted to. I'm really good at sleeping, but you might struggle with that. All right. Now, this is a good plan to get a six. This is a solid plan for you to get a six-pack this summer using AI. However, some of y'all want to do it a little faster, right? Some of y'all want to get ripped in just 2 weeks. If that's you, I got a way more intense plan in a video that I published the other day. It's got hundreds of thousands of views, man. We're getting close to it. It'll probably be at 1 million by the time this comes out. You know what I'm saying? People love it. Everyone enjoy it. Go watch that video right now. It's intense. All right. We got some super chats.
We have Mado again. All that laughter
Mado?
keeping you big.
All right, big as hell. All right.
And we have Patrick. Rock the Samsung watch until thought repellent's out.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that, you know, but that's not, see, thought repellent only repels thoughts, and regular women, they won't find you repulsive. But if you're wearing a Samsung watch, now you just repelling all women, like a whole gender. You know what I'm saying? I'm seriously, we don't have any evidence. There's no evidence that anyone has ever had vaginal sex with a human woman while wearing a Samsung watch. Like, we just haven't seen it happen, not in the wild. And if that's your goal, then that's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? You start wearing a Samsung watch, you will accidentally save yourself until marriage, but you'll marry a guy who's also a dork. All right, that's how that works. Yo, guys, we got a free ebook. I got a free ebook called the 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll show you how to grow your online fitness business, even if you don't have a big following, even if you're not certified, even if you don't have a lot of, maybe we should put that in there. Yeah. So if you listen, let's say you're already in good shape or you're in decent shape and you want to learn how to help other people get in shape. I made my first $1 million as an online trainer, and now I teach other people how to start their online training businesses. I've helped over 15,000 people grow successful online fitness businesses. If you want to learn how to grow your online fitness business as well, I got an ebook called the 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll really break down what it's like to be an online trainer and how to do it. The link is in the description. It's 100% free. Go check it out. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's not. Maybe you'll read the book and be like, hey, man, online training is not for me. Maybe you will read it and be like, oh, shit, man, I can actually help people accomplish their fitness goals and make money doing it. This is exactly what I want to do, right? And you don't need to be certified. You don't even have to have a lot of experience. You do have to have heart, though, right? But check out the book. See if it's right for you. It's free. Links in the description. All right. Peace.